Okay, hi guys, the D-Day is here. So I have the new Tom Ford Soleil bronzer and the highlighter. Now before we start, I just want you to know I'm filming with my two ring lights and just the natural light, so you're seeing it in its purest form. We're going to be doing comparisons, so I've done my foundation and my primer, everything out of the way so that nothing gets in the way, because I really want to focus on this and I don't have much time today. So I've gone in with Tom Ford, the architecture soft matte and the shade and illuminate primer, and I used my Chanel concealer. So I'll keep that out of the way so we can start. Okay, so I shout out to Tom Ford Beauty in the Metro Center. I have this I think, what's his name? I think Lawson is the manager there. So I went in there a couple of weeks ago, and then he told me that they were going to have the Tom Ford, and that once he was there he would let me know. So he told me it was there yesterday and told me to come and pick up what they had, and he wrapped it in this beautiful if you want to say package. So if you have any Harrods near you, check up the Tom Ford Beauty Centers. It's available there. It's not yet available online. I was checking yesterday and I haven't seen it yet. So yeah, let me get this open. Okay, it was a hard time opening that, but those are the two things. I just want to see the testers is what he's given me. He's given me Soleil Blanc perfume. I'm going to spray that first. Oh, that's nice. I've never tried the Soleil Blanc. That's nice too. Smells quite nice though. So I got this one. I got the Black Orchid. I got the, what's this called, Rose Prick, and this. Anyway, we haven't got much time. Let's get to it's a lot of work. Let's get started, and I'm excited. So I picked up the highlighter and the what do you call it, the bronzer, and this is called Formentera, right? So that's the deeper shade. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they have the light and then they have the deep shade. So let me just show you again, on my photo. Let me get the photo out and I'll put it on the screen. Okay, you will see it on your screen, but just looking at my phone, this shade is supposed to be the deeper shade, 08 Formentera. That's what I have here, what he gave me. Now I know when I posted the swatches yesterday, this is beautiful. When I posted the swatches yesterday, a lot of people were like, oh, it's not going to work, it's not going to work. But we have a history, and you can see it looks dark on the pan. Do you see it? I'm moving back and coming close again just so you see. So I'm going to swatch again for you before we start. I'm going to just swatch it on my hand, leave it there, and then I'll apply it before we start the main swatches. So just realize that's it there. But let's go into application. I don't know, let me powder first. Let me just do that off camera and then yeah. Okay, so I've powdered. The reason why I do that, so nothing gets in the way. Do you know what I mean? I don't want the brush getting oily or whatever. I want it to powder, let it get on a powder, surface. So let's open this. I think all I'm going to have with this is just trying to open it. So that's it. I'm going to apply it on the brush, and I'm using the Eyeshadow brush, just taking it, swirling round. I don't know if you can see it on the brush. Can you see it? Okay. There's nothing here. There's something here. So let's keep applying. And just to let you know, no cream contour, none of that, just the foundation and then the powder that I've applied, just so you get to see in its natural form. I put on my nose. Think that's the only thing I don't like. It's messing, because it's white, it's messing the pan, but it's something you can always clean up. It's not a problem. Okay, I'm gonna just clean this because for my OCD, I'll just clean it and then we'll start talking. Okay, so That's the bronzer applied. I'm gonna get, let me concentrate it here. Give me a minute. I'm gonna grab this brush. I'll take it and let me just run it through the nose. Properly concentrated, just so. I'm gonna use it as a base here. Okay, so let's start. I'm gonna just, one more time. Let's start to talk about the formula while I'm applying this. I am getting in my head, because I have lots of bronzers, I'm getting this sort of vibe, that velvety, smooth application. It's not this, how do I put it down? Okay, it's not this texture, but I'm getting this, and I'm getting a bit of my Hermes, as in the way it has that velvety, blurring feel or look to the skin. All right, so again, I'm gonna now double swatch on that finger, just double swatch it there, and then I'll just do this. I'll put it like this here, just so you see, yeah, what it's like on my skin. So that's it there. Let's start the swatches. Just so you know, it's a bit plasticky, so you get that, but it's not like it has a plasticky look to it. Okay, right, so the first one I want to swatch next to this has to be the Hermes. Has to be the Hermes. Let's swatch this. The way it sits on the skin is beautiful. You can see it looks really beautiful, and that's why I am starting with the Hermes. So let's swatch the Hermes next to it. That's the Hermes. Put it here. Okay, Tom Ford 808 Formentera. Just say the deeper shade, and that is Hermes. So you can see Hermes looks a little bit deeper than it. Okay, right, so let's go. We'll keep up with the swatches. Wipe my hands. I'm gonna go into Armani. I have the shade 100 if you have this one. So let's do Armani. So that's Armani, Tom Ford, Hermes, Armani. Okay. And the Hermes, just so for anybody, if it's not clear, sorry. For the Hermes, I have the shade Colorado, just for people who are not clear and be wondering what the shade 05 Colorado. I don't like so many things in front of me because I end up getting, you know. But let's go into this one. This is the Dior, the shade 40, the big one, the oversized one. I use this one a lot, you can see. So let's go into this. That's it there. So this is Dior, Tom Ford, Hermes, Armani, the shade 100, and Dior. Armani shade 100 is a bit close to the Tom Ford. Okay, so let's go to the next one. I'm gonna do Dolce & Gabbana. I have the shade 5, the deeper shade. That's what it looks like. Take another finger. Here. Okay, so that's Dolce. You can see Dolce & Gabbana is the deepest of all that I have swatched so far. Clean that. Let's go to Bobbi Brown. I've got Bobbi Brown. I'm gonna put it here. Just let me know if you don't see it, so you need me to do another swatch, let me know. And I'll do when I film, because you know I'll review this a lot again. So anyway, this is Bobbi Brown. Okay, deeper as well, but Dolce & Gabbana is deeper than it. So, and Bobbi Brown, I have the deeper shade. Yes, it has to be the deeper shade, because I remember I picked up, I can't see the number on, but it's the deeper shade of Bobbi Brown. So what's next to swatch? This one and Farah Hamidi. Okay, so let's do the Lancome, the deep shade. Lancome, the one that leads reddish brown. Let's put it here. So that's Lancome. And the next one to swatch is Farah Hamidi, shade Umbra. Oops. That's Farah Hamidi. Okay. So Farah Hamidi there. So I've done a swatch of all my bronzers. I'll give you a moment to have a look, just so you know this is Tom Ford. All right, I can't run the names all through, but if you follow, you would see. I remember that the last one to swatch is Farah Hamidi. So that's Tom Ford, and that's what it looks like on the skin. Okay, so I think without a shadow of a doubt, you can tell that this one and Armani 100 happens to be the lightest bronzer that I own. Okay, Tom Ford, should I say it's a letdown? Yes, because I was thinking where's the contour? Hang on. Yeah, I was thinking if you have contour intensity 3, which is this, am I correct? Yeah, this is intensity 3. You were going to make, sorry, my daughter came in. So I thought Tom Ford, if they could do this, they were going to make, let me put this contour here, right? So the contour is just, you know, a little bit above the bronzer. I was thinking if you could do this, you can make it a little bit deeper. Now the formula, the way it sits on the skin is beautiful, but it's a shame because if somebody is deeper than me and they want to wear this bronzer on its own, no, it would not bronze you. This is giving me a natural bronze on my skin, you know, which if I go deeper, I would have to use a contour for it to show. Do you know what I mean? So no, Tom Ford, I mean, you know, I don't know what it is that you don't want to do a bronzer deeper than the ones you've had before. I never picked up the one before, but I expected them to. However, it does sit beautifully. Now, if you want, it's £49, by the way. The price is okay. I thought it was going to be more. Thankfully, it's not. Comes with this pouch there. I thought it was going to be more, and it's not. So, thankfully, not. £49, reasonable for bronzer for Tom Ford. Yes, it is reasonable. I think the Dior was about 50 or 40 something. Please remind me if I'm wrong. And of course, the Hermes is more expensive. So, yeah. But for the Hermes, where is the Hermes again? I think the Hermes is this is the Hermes is this is the Hermes. For the Hermes to be a little bit deeper, tad bit deeper than, you know, so come on Tom Ford. I mean, it is a little bit of a letdown for people who would want to wear this alone. Now, all hope is not lost. If you are deeper than me and you want to wear this, I think the next time I'm going to do it. If you pair it with this, you would be able to have a more deeper, you know, if you pair this, use this as your contour and then going with this, you would get more, you get it to show up a little bit more if you're deeper than me. All right, so that's not really nice. What is my shade reference for anybody who's wondering, God, what can I say? Okay, Chanel BD 121 is my shade reference in case you don't have my other foundations. BD 121, and then the Hermes 81N Pecan, that's my shade on the Hermes. So just helping for somebody who doesn't have any other foundations or maybe looking for a shade reference to confirm that they're a shade twin or whatever, however you want to put it. So yeah, so that's a little bit of a letdown, but anyway, there you have it. And I'm thankful that I was able to see it in person, actually, because, you know, I was going to pick up I thought, okay, from the pictures, that since it was that deep, I was going to pick up the middle shade, and then I was going to pick, which was this one. I don't know, on the camera it's looking light to you, but I was going to pick up Panera 07, and then I was going to, but when I swatched it in store and I show you the photo, it was way too light, you know. So, you know, so I was gonna pick it up, but then I realized it was way too light, and I thought, whoa, even somebody who's a tad bit lighter than me, it will be okay, but I think the best shade would have to be the 8. But if you're really, really on the light side, so let's say more beauty, then she would have to wear this, you know, this, and she can even wear this, which is the one I picked today. So that's a bit of you know, a bit of a letdown, because a lot of people were excited, you know, and we're hoping to pick this. So dare I say, Tom Ford, you've lost some money, because the dark skin sisters were hoping this was going to be deeper for them to pick it up. Now, however, you know, that being said, the formula is nice. The formula, as I'm saying, looking at it, just applying it today, and I'm going to continue to apply, does remind me of the Hermes as well as the Farah Homidi formula. It's very velvety and smooth in nature. But let's just hope, you know, this is a start of them having to, I think I want to hope they would do more. When I go back to Tom Ford today, I will, you know, today or any day I go, I'll let the guy know to say, please pass feedback. They need to just make a little bit deeper. They can do contours deeper, so I'm sure they can also do a bronzer deeper. Not everyone loves to, you know, to contour, you know, and I'm even hoping at some point if they can just expand one more shade of this, then we can even have bronzer, cream bronzer sticks or cream whatever bronzer from Tom Ford. That would be nice. But please, you need to work on the shade. The shade, it needs to be extended without a shadow of a doubt. But the formula is great. So let me move on. I want to do the eyes. I'll get the eye stuff ready, and then we'll go into the highlighter as well. All right. Okay, so just one more time, just so you see, these are the swatches. This right here is Tom Ford, Hermes, Armani. I don't remember the rest, but you just watch the full video. I just want to show you one more time the swatches, because I'm going to wipe this off now. Okay, so my eyes have been done. So I want to show you what I use and talk about the new quad, which I haven't picked up yet. I went in with this. This is Bronze Isle. And why am I showing you? Oh God, this is messy, isn't it? Come in. I don't know, this white stings the glue. They need to. But anyway, let me show you the where's the one that I said I was interested. Okay, I'll put it on the screen as well. So Moonlight Deep, I suppose Moonlight Deep, this is Moonlight Deep. I want to think, I'm not sure. I think it's this one. Yeah, that's it. That's Moonlight Deep, and this is Honeymoon. So Moonlight Deep, I went into store and I did swatch it in person, and I did show you the photo, which I probably put up again. This is it here. That's Moonlight Deep there. And that's the swatch I showed you yesterday when I was in store. So I didn't pick it up yet. That's the newer shade, because I was thinking I wanted it to be deeper as the evening attire. I mean, this brown shade, but you know, that was just one swatch, but it's beautiful. Now let's talk about the formula. The formula is very whipped, really soft, really soft. It's even softer than this one, the formula, because when I was just trying to take it, it was so soft. So I like the intensity of the shimmer, this shine shades or shimmer, whatever you want to call this. I love them. So I didn't pick it up yet because I was like, I think I was a bit let down with the bronzer not being so deep. So I just picked up and the highlighter. So I told the guy I was gonna come back and pick. So maybe this, I think what I'll do, probably this new week, I'll probably go pick that one up. We'll see. You know, I'll probably pick it up and say, or if I'll just wait a bit. So if it comes online by the weekend, and I'll probably just order online. But yeah, that's it. The other shade, that other one that is a repeat, the one this one that you could see by the side, that one feels a little bit deeper. But I think best to go for the new shade first. And I was a bit skeptical because I was thinking, is it not close to Bronze Isle? But just looking at it now in person, Bronze Isle, just having a look at this. I don't know if I can put both photos for you. I will try to put both photos on, you know, Bronze Isle and this. Just having a look at this both together, I think it's different. You know what I mean? So yeah, of course it looks different. So I should pick that up because I'm just interested in the newer shades, and then maybe much later I pick up the wine, and that's it. Okay, so I've given you my thoughts on the bronzer. You know, it's seated natural on my skin, but I wish they went deeper. Let's go to the highlighter. I picked up the deep shade Canoon. I can't pronounce that. Canoon, whatever, man. But the deep shade. This is a lovely highlighter. This one is really nice. Let me show you. Look at that. Beautiful. I picked it up because I thought I didn't have anything like this, and I'm gonna compare this to the other formula I have. So let me bring it out. So I'm going to compare this to just the formula, not really the shade, to this one, right? I don't have those other ones. You know, the duos, I gave mine away a long time. So this is this one. This formula feels really airy. This is this shade, Euphoric, from the Vanilla Sex one. We need to wash this pouch, don't I? And then this one, does it have a pouch in there? Oh yeah, it does have a pouch in there. So this one feels really, it's not as airy as that one, but it has this very lovely sheen to it. So let me swatch it here. And I'm gonna get my brush, my fan brush. I don't want to do a lot of dents, so I'm just gonna go like that. Okay, I need to go more there. Oh, that is beautiful. Do you see that? Okay. Oh, it's nice. When I swatched it in store, I was scared that it had a bit of a shimmer, you know, but it's not. When you put it on the face, it doesn't have that shimmer. I was really like going ham on it, so then I felt like it had a little bit of a glitter, but it's not. It's really nice. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that's a beautiful one. Yeah, that is beautiful. I didn't have the shade. So if you have other highlighters and you just want a lovely, you just want this bronzy coppery shade, then this one is nice. It's really beaming, but it's also blurring at the same time. When you want to have that very brown bronzy look, then yeah. Okay, so I'm impressed with this. I'm just gonna do a swirl and then just, you see how airy? See? You see how airy it is? This is lovely. I don't like this white things. They just keep getting dirty all the time. But this is nice. So this one, I like it. If you want to pick up the other shade, there are other shades there. But you know, because I have lots of highlighters, I just really went for this. So look at it there. So it does have a beam, don't get it wrong. But the difference is it's not emphasizing any textures at all. Do you know what I mean? So it's lovely. It feels like it's just blended into my eyes, and I see it as something you can just put, you know, on your eyelids if you like. So yeah, that's a lovely one. Just gonna go on top of, I went in with this blush. This is the Alpine blush from Tom Ford. I'm just gonna go and just put it there just so there's a bit of a color to my skin. So it just feels like I don't have any blush at all. Gone in with my lip liner, and I'm going in with the Slim lipstick, the shade Deep Violet. Okay, so that's the final look. I've sprayed my face as well. Okay, so let's just talk. So listen, as far as the formula is concerned, you are going to give it to Tom Ford. They've got one of the best formulas, you know, be it the cream to powder blushes, or cream blushes, perfect. They work on powder, on powdered skin. They work before you used powder. They're blendable, beautiful. The lipsticks, nice, all of that. I think the formula of this is great. I'm not gonna sit down here and say I just want to castigate them. Tom Ford does make good products, okay, quality unmatched. But if the only thing is, it's just the, you know, the depth of this. Because as much as it looks deep in pan, as you can see, when you swatch it, that's what you're getting. So that is the only thing that I would say, you know, it's not really good. As far as they could have expanded more shades, and I do hope they do, you know what I mean. The highlighter, I do like it. I'm not really one for very copper leaning highlighters, but, or brownish, very copper brown highlighters, but this is nice. As you can see, my hand is still there, really nice. I'm even tempted to go back again and just put it there. The formula of it is just phenomenal, you know. But you would just hope that they would, you know, they would expand their bronzer shades, and they would have given us something with much more depth. Do you know what I mean? So that's it, as far as the bronzer is concerned. So that's all I have to say. And when I pick up the Moonlight eyeshadow quad, I would let you know, so you see me, you do a look with it. But I'm going to be using this bronzer over and over again, you know, just keep playing with it and letting you know. So it's not, all hope is not lost, because if you have intensity 3, you're deeper than me, of course you can just use this you know, on top of it. The price is reasonable, £49 for Tom Ford, not bad. I am appreciative of that for the price, but they could have gone deeper. All right, so that's it. That being said, nice. I love the way it sits on the skin, and I'll let you know, maybe by the end of today on the comment section if I feel anything goes apart, which I don't expect. But if anything goes apart, I would let you know. But the formula is phenomenal. All right, okay. Take care, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Would you want to pick it up if you're within my skin tone and lighter? Would you pick it up? Let me know.